Competency number 11. Was the pupil encouraged to analyse problems and take responsibility for their learning? So from what I get in terms of feedback from the examiners, this is another of the lowest scoring competencies. And this to me is one of from the old style training from the core comps that everyone was aware of and people now think are not there. This is proof that one of the core comps that was weak in a lot of PDIs and ADIs back then is still here. So anyone who says the core competencies have gone, it clearly states this in competency 11. Was the pupil encouraged to analyse problems and take responsibility for their learning? So not only are we asking them to analyse or analysing the issue that's just occurred and getting them to think back, reflect and analyse it themselves, we're also asking them to take responsibility for their learning. So another key word there. Are we encouraging them to figure it out for themselves? So for example, we just approached that roundabout then and we came to a stop, but then you noticed it was clear. Can you just go through that for me? To which the learner may say, yeah, I looked, but then I realised that it was clear and I was in the wrong gear by that time. Ah, right. So if we were to do that again, how much do you want to do this on your own, or how much help would you need? And what would you do differently looking back at that? Because what are the problems with looking at, when you're coming up to a roundabout, looking a little bit late and not noticing that the roundabout's clear? If you get someone who doesn't get involved in that conversation or just says, I don't know, that's fine. Let's put it another way. Let's say your mum was behind you now, or your dad was driving, and the roundabout's clear, and then the person in front stops. How do you think that will affect their journey, or what do you think would be going through their mind? So I always say, would that person do the 4 S's? Slow, stop, swerve, or swear for us? If that's the case, we might need to rethink what we're doing. And again, can they take responsibility for figuring it out for themselves? So this is massive. This is the analysis in the core comps. Identify, analyse, remedial action. It clearly says the word analyse. And also, not only that, can we give them some responsibility to figure it out, to learn themselves? Because we know that kind of teaching is much better and gives that learner more responsibility to get it right the next time, but also that is concreting their learning because they've figured it out. They've not just been told and not just been given the solution. They've actually worked it out for themselves, so they're more likely to get it right the next time. But responsibility is massive, and analysis. Give them a little bit of responsibility. Can they figure it out for themselves? If we were going to do that again, give them a chance. Hope this helped.